Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Welcome back to the show. Marianne Martinez joining us here. She's a massage therapist at Pure Massage Therapy. We're excited she's back to talk more about the work she's doing, helping healing people, not just with massage therapy, but with energy healing like Reiki and other forms too. So welcome back to the show today. How are you?
I am great. I actually had a little respite last week.
Oh, what?
I have my somewhat traditional getaway with my sons and their girlfriends, and I got to get away, which was one of the best. I always say that, but I think this was absolutely one of the best times I've ever had. I needed it so badly. I don't know if you get away enough, but man, that was so necessary.
Could I ask where you went?
You can, and we went to Palm Springs.
Beautiful.
Are you familiar with Palm Springs?
Yeah, I've been there like 10 years ago. It's me and my mom. It's gorgeous. First and only time. I was there for only 2 days.
And I had gone in the 80s, so my sons go a little more regularly, and it was super hot. We had a pool. I was in a pool, Jill, for the first time in like 15 years, and you couldn't get me out. It was very relaxing. It was very needed. So that felt great. And I'm ready to start again, as it were, get back with the program, I guess.
Good. Well, that is amazing. I'm glad you're back here, well rested, ready to go, energized. And what did you want to discuss for people today and those that may not know a little bit about the work you do? Would you mind just elaborating? Thank you.
Absolutely. So I am a owner and massage therapist of 24 years this year. And Pure Massage Therapies is a business I took over 7 years ago now. And it is right in my community here in Castro Valley, which is it's a huge blessing for me because it hasn't always been that way, which is what I'm going to mention as well. But as part of my spiel today for those massage therapists that are in the making of being one or have already established that you're one and you're just waiting to find out what your next move is, like we all do, super excited coming out of school and like, yeah, this is it. And then there's so much that you do, and just to kind of hopefully, even if I reach one or two people today, let you know that just everything works itself out with a lot of times things that happen out of the blue, maybe not expected, the winding road to success, as it were. But to definitely know that things have changed so much, Jill, since when I was first starting to be a massage therapist. And today's topics are a little bit more serious. They're about the mandatory licensing, things of that nature that we have to do in order to actually legally be able to, to be working. So that's kind of what I wanted to present. And then I wanted to go into, of course, the fact that I am a massage therapist, but also, like you said, a Reiki energy healer and tarot reading. So in the end, I wanted to do a little reading for you for the week and entering into what will be Gemini season starting tomorrow.
I would love that. Thank you so much. All right. Yes.
And so I don't know, should I start with what I took notes. I took some bullet notes.
Go ahead. Tell us. Yes, please. Go ahead. So, let's get started.
So the most serious side of massage therapy is, of course, whether you're an employee or an independent contractor, and that's always going to be your choice. I have had day spas, which led me to be the independent contractor, but I definitely was an employee for a lot of years at a day spa. And at that point in time, which was in the early 2000s, I would work in different cities, and every city that I would work in, you would need a licensing, permit, which means that you would have to go through the police department. You would have to get fingerprints. In fact, to this day, you cannot get fingerprints from me very well. I've washed my hands throughout the years so much.
What?
And as a massage therapist, you literally wash off your fingerprints. And so it gets a little harder each time.
Wow.
But this is how they did it. So, this would be A, time consuming, B, costly, because every city has a different ordinance and all that sort of thing. And then fast forward, I guess 10 years I've been doing it. It's valid for every 2 years. We have this wonderful association called California Association for Massage Therapists council. And what it means is basically that you pay a fee, you have to, send in all your documentation showing improving you've done so many hours and so forth. They do a background check. And then you don't have to worry about going from city to city. It covers no matter what city you're in for that a determined amount of time. So that has been an amazing lifesaver. And I feel like they're really always working in our corner as far as massage therapists. In fact, they have a job listing that I just saw that came in as being part of the council, which I did apply for. I'm not going to lie. I was like,
Awesome.
why not? I don't know exactly what it entails, but we'll figure that out when it happens. Somebody just kind of helping to support massage therapists and clients. It's not just massage therapists. So that's part of this incredibly important, but not necessarily fun aspect of being a massage therapist. And yet, yeah, so it's something that has to happen. What else can I tell you? Along with that, of course, are mandatory things such as liability insurance.
Yeah.
God forbid anything ever happened, right, to a
Oh,
client.
gosh. I never, yeah, I don't think about those things. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's one of those things I don't like to think about either.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, somewhere around here, there's not been an incident. But back in the day, I was like everybody. I was doing the hot stone massages where you heat the stones and
Oh
then
my
you place
goodness.
them strategically on the body
Okay,
for
I'm thinking about someone getting burned right now. I never, and that's what I think we're going to discuss. That's happened. Oh my
thank
gosh.
you. No, but
Oh.
all it would take is
So,
one person to
no,
have
not
that
from you
happen.
specifically, but I never thought about that. Sometimes they are so hot. It's like a
They
cup
really
of
are.
coffee from 7-Eleven. You could burn yourself. It's not like their fault, but like it's
And
hot.
then you know what
Then
happens.
you get lawsuit and get sued. Yes, yes,
It's
I
just
know.
it's an invitation, if you will. I'm not trying to bring it in or anything, but I'm being realistic about it because then I start thinking, you know what? I think I'm not going to do that anymore. I just feel like the more simplistic, using the hands, making sure that everyone's as comfortable as it can be.
Yeah,
You have a form that you have to write out, also part of the whole, whether well, actually, if as an employee, they do provide them, but they're called intake forms, just like when you go into a doctor's office or anything, you basically are signing your liability
yeah.
and you write in what needs to be done to cover yourself in that way. But yeah, I just have gotten to the point where less is more. Simplistic aspects are the best. Straightforward massage, deep, different methods like we talked about, Swedish, whatever the requirement or whatever the client really wants. But not all these little side things that I call kind of gimmicks in a way, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I kind of term it in that way. So that's another, I think, a really important thing for, new massage therapists out there that may not, well, I'm sure and I'm hoping they learn this in their schools. But so much
Mm-hmm.
information is given that you kind of lose it, and you have to just gather it again. So, and then I guess just the local requirements, because it changes no matter where you are.
Yeah.
Um, Oh, and there is a really cool thing that I want to say too. My business right now is within what is known as a chiropractor clinic. I rent
Oh,
a room,
okay.
and it changed things up in a good way, which was nice. I am in an unincorporated area of Castro Valley. Most places are, they're incorporated. Is that how you would say the opposite?
Yes. No, no, that's
Okay.
it. Yeah, that's it. That's right.
And I've been here all these years and I've been used to it. But it does lend to some, maybe extra things that you need to do, which is fine. You just have to play the game as it were. But the thing about chiropractors is that they are exempt from some of the laws and things in the way that I don't work for the chiropractors there, but my cards are out. And sometimes some of the clients of the chiropractors will ask to use my services. Therefore, I kind of was able to it alleviated some of the procedures that you have to go through for your business licensing and the zoning aspect. Okay, I'll leave it simplistic like that. All of these things are, super important on that business end of being a massage therapist. And one that I like to, share, like I said. And then there's a really important thing, if I may just
Sure.
delve into this a little more. And that is when you decide, okay, I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to be an independent contractor, whatever that means to you.
Yep.
the price point. What do you charge? What do you feel is your worth?
Yeah.
I went 10, 15 years, I never raised my prices. I
Ah.
just feel like when your clients are coming in and they're regulars, you just, that's the best thing that can happen, right? But as you know, things changed in the last 3 or 4 years, didn't they? I mean, prices are just going up and there's this and that. So I had to change it. Just putting out there the fact that you know what you're worth. You definitely want to make sure you're within the realm of, competitive pricing and whatnot. But to feel confident and good about what you're charging and know that, you're worth it. And most of the time, believe it or not, I was so hesitant about that, Jill. It was just a thing of me. I just like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't feel good about this, but I have no choice. It's either that or I don't have a business anymore, literally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get it.
So, but people are so wonderful. They're like, yeah, of course, we get it. We
Aw.
understand, you know. So that was really a beautiful but important part as well. And then just the advertising that's needed, and such as podcasts and things of that nature. Keeping on top of that. Hopefully, this is making sense to those that are listening and can be, like I said, of some help. Um, but at any time, anybody can always call me at the number on my website, and ask. I'd be more than happy to share that information.
Oh,
But now
amazing.
do you
Yes.
have any questions you want to
Well,
ask me?
by
Or
the way, as we were speaking, just to let you know, the station did send over your notes and they're handwritten. So I'm trying to follow along and I see them. So just want to make sure that is there anything else that, I don't want to also keep like I'm looking down at my phone, but I am. I just want to make sure we're covering everything that's good for you here because I had trouble zooming in on this reading it. So did I miss anything in the notes?
thank you so much. I Wait a minute. Was that the one from this time though? Because when I did it this last time, I just typed it in. I
Oh,
didn't.
okay. Well, they sent me the handwritten ones, which I think were from the original, right? That's why. Okay. I
Correct.
can't see. All right. My questions to you is
Yes.
okay, first of all, the fingerprint thing just got me. So, but just, I got to back up here. So you're telling me from using your hands so much, you could lose your fingerprints? That was, I never heard
No,
that.
no. Well, I mean, maybe that's part of it. No, what I mean is I have washed my hands so diligently for over the years because I wash them many more times than an average person would after each
Yeah.
massage before, you know what I mean? I mean, I believe in good old hand soap and water too. I know these
But you also use your hands a lot. The friction of, oh my God,
it's
that just fascinated
true.
me.
I
Oh
mean,
my
you know
God.
what? You enlightened me on that because of the combination. And anyway, it's just been funny because they're just like, it's not showing up. It's not now they have these highfalutin kind of, which aren't necessarily better, by the way, but they're more technically technology versus just the ink and the rolling your thumb. So it helps a little bit, but yeah, no, it's true. I'm one of those people that it's you can bear. I don't really have them. I would
Amazing.
never use this in a negative way, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you have any ailments do you get carpal tunnel? How do your arms and wrists stay in good shape? Because that's got to be a lot of work.
Thank you for asking that because I'm going to be honest with you. I took courses, and I always want to say that too. You go to your school, and that's great, and it's what you get out of it. It's a lot, and then after that, you just need to know you're going to continue to want to take classes and courses. And one of the best ones I took, and I haven't in a long time, was just going into class. You start working on partner that you picked that day, and then the teacher comes around, and they just sort of tweak you little bits with your body mechanics that can save your life, your hands, your arms, your carpal tunnel years. Okay. And
Hmm.
I think I don't think I'm great at that. I'm not going to lie. Of course, we have days we weren't following it necessarily, but I do not have carpal tunnel. I do not have any ailments that I would have absolutely imagined that I would. Knock on wood. I am noticing my energy levels aren't what they used to be because I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but I still get up and do exercise and I try to rest, I try to eat. I do care a great deal about all that, which is holistically what makes anything work, right?
Yeah. Oh my
So I think
goodness.
that's helped me quite a bit. But yeah, no, I don't. And all those things have happened and can happen and are the reasons why therapists end up not working anymore a lot of times. I
Got
want to
it.
stop before that happens, though. I'll be honest with you.
No, that's amazing. See, my wrist bothered me from used to be from driving a stick shift. Then now it's from using the computer, like my wrist.
Absolute.
My mother had the
That's
surgery twice, my uncles, my aunts, so everyone, I think it's just genetic, but that's amazing that you could use your hands. I mean, think about surgeons, a lot of professions that you use your body parts. Like, how do they not get overworked? And God bless. I mean, you got to
yeah,
take care of yourself. You need some TLC. Do you ever get massages? Do you ever
not
take the
enough.
time?
Not
Of
enough.
course not, right?
I think I
It's
was
like,
telling you, I'm a terrible massage. I'm a terrible client because I'm not used to it. I don't get. And by the time the massage is almost done, is when I'm relaxed.
yeah.
Excuse me. So that's. I'm working on that. I used to trade quite a bit. That stopped because a lot of massage therapists I've known, they stop working at this point. But the
Yeah.
carpal tunnel, what you said, the repetitive, I work with people on that all the time because of what you're saying. It's a great way to help it prior to
Mm-hmm.
having to get surgery. Not everybody has to, and I hope you don't. But I could see you very like typing 150 words or more a minute, right?
Yeah, no,
Are
I
you
don't go
that
that
person?
fast. No, not at all. But it's
But
mostly
even
the typing
texting,
for
what
work. Texting is really what does it. Yeah, let's be honest.
yeah,
It does.
it
Yeah.
does. And the neck from looking down, believe it or not, it's just those small little movements that are just like, whoa, this isn't feeling normal. And a lot of young people like you. So yeah, just being aware of that,
You're so
trying to
right.
do what you can to balance that out. Massage is great.
Well, let me ask you this as well. You're doing now the energy healing. How did you get inspired to start that? Because you started with the massage therapy. So who inspired you to get into energy healing? And for those that may not know, could you kind of tell us a little bit about how that can benefit us? And then, of course, I'd love to pull cards. We'll do that at the end, but thank you.
Absolutely. Oh, well, the energy is something I think I told you I've always been fascinated with because everything is energy.
Hmm.
Everything we see, we can feel it one way or another. Sometimes we're a little bit, blinded to that. That's not the proper word I wanted to use, but yeah, we're a little insensitized to that perhaps.
Hmm.
But nevertheless, I guess 2 years in 2005, 2 years after I graduated, I was already working, but then when you graduate, I had been introduced to Reiki. I had not heard of it prior. So you go like you or anybody, you don't have to have any specific requirements or qualifications. You don't have to be a massage therapist, a civil person, anybody can do it. You go and you get these attunements, is what they're called.
Yes.
And I'm telling you what, the moment you get them from these Reiki master practitioner teachers, you feel it. You know something's going on, and it's just really working and regulating your energy, keeping the balance. So that intrigued me beyond belief. And I just kept going, just, one, two, three. And then I became the Reiki master practitioner, which I still utilize. I can do sessions, and that's usually when you come in, you're wearing loose clothing, hands are kind of above the body, and you just very gently just hold it there. And people tend to feel a relaxing energy, a heat sometimes, a great sleep, sometimes healings. I mean, I'm not trying to be woo woo, but
Hmm.
the body knows when it needs healings, and when you're receptive to it, you're going to be receiving it more. And I think it's a self thing anyway. When people allow it, is when we do heal the most. So that's really what my interest was, and then it just keeps going. I mean, color has, you know, energy. I'm interested in the chakras, which are the energy centers within our bodies. Have you heard of those?
Yes, they say there's seven main, but there's chakras everywhere. That's what confuses me. But tell
Correct.
me, tell me, tell me.
Correct. No, but you're right. Throughout the body, right around the spine, from the base upward, these
Mm-hmm.
energy centers are helping us to be the most vital, best versions of ourselves, and they're free and they're a part of us, always have been. Sometimes they get blocked, sometimes they feel a little bit stifled. You can meditate if you will, you can think about it, you can go into nature, you can open them up so that they're, being utilized. So when I do my readings, I like to start with the chakra of the day or that month, because I do monthly readings. And yeah, it's I don't know, I love utilizing things that we have naturally and for free,
Yeah.
and then seeing that, wow, that really makes a difference. I can do more than I realized. I have these special powers, whatever you want to call it. I would call them gifts. We all have those gifts. So
Oh, well,
Yeah.
and on a daily basis, is there anything that you do to help your energy in the morning that you could suggest to our listeners? Anything we should be doing?
Oh, I have rituals, Jill. Oh my gosh, I have rituals. I spend a good hour and a half before I even come downstairs a lot of times to eat or whatever, but I definitely do a gratification log. I've been doing that for over 10 plus years. Writing down 1 to 5, 10, whatever you want, things that you're grateful for, right? I know
Mm-hmm.
I'll come up with that word. It instantly just kind of lifts your spirits, even on the times and days that you're just feeling like, feeling a little off, what have you. Then I do a meditation asking to open all of my chakras. It's going to be 2 to 3 minutes. And I do an actual meditation for 12, no less, every single day. And then I come down and I do eat I consider a decent, breakfast of oatmeal, blueberries, and honey pretty much every day. Pretty routine in the last 2 3 years, but it sets really well for me. Get on my stationary bike. Also have another log that I write into that has to do with blessings and gifts and things that are coming in, and that kind of just really generates and starts my day. And so, never really knowing what's going to happen in a day, kind of planning because I'm a crazy control freak about stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
but still allowing the unexpected. Which, by the way, Jill, this year has been probably the biggest one I can remember in a long time of
Ah.
unexpected things. Have you noticed that this year? Is
Ooh.
this still my drink?
Is it? Is it? Yeah. There's been a lot of twists and turns to my year, but why?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone? I'm so confused. This is an energy thing? This is a universe thing? What is it?
It definitely is. I mean, we're all connected, you know that, right? And that's one thing that I will say very confidently, that the whole spiritual thing really means we're one consciousness, and we all feel each other, we all pick up, and sometimes that's for the better or the worse, depending on, what direction our thoughts are going. But also to say that, yeah, every single thing planetary wise affects us, of course. The moon certainly does, and its gravitational pulls, and and how we are affected, which is an emotional planet for sure. But then to say, before I digress too much, this year in particular is by far one of the most, um, what is the term when it's unprecedented
Got it.
times? Because
Hmm.
we've had planets changing signs that haven't in like 150 years. So it's not in our lifetime.
Okay, okay.
And with that comes change in all areas. Like I can't even tell you all the people that have moved after living in California for 30 years, or jobs now. It's that time of restlessness, and where we're all making these changes for the betterment, right? Things we need to do. For me, I know that I'm going to be slowing down in my business. I see that in the next couple of years. It's a huge change for me. Opening up, allowing opportunities to come in. I'm getting information that way. But right where I've been working, so much change with people coming in. They did so much construction this year, and
Yeah.
it was really loud and
Mm-hmm.
unexpected when you're doing massage and you want your clients to be, calm
Yeah,
and
calm and
peaceful.
relaxed and all. Yeah, but they obviously they weren't. Oh, no, no, no.
So that was great to leave and then come back, and that's pretty much done now. But it's all part of our progression. It's all part of, the better life that we will always be guided towards. Should we take that, what is that saying they used to say? It was like from some secret agent thing, this is the path, like James Bond, if you choose to take this path. But we always have free will. That I will say, and I really fully believe that too. So
Hmm.
anyway, did you have a good happy Mother's Day?
I had a great Mother's Day. Thank you. The boys and I, they're 10 and 8. We went to lunch. Actually, I took my son to look at dirt bikes beforehand, but yes, amazing. Thank you so much. And what did
And
you
you
do?
have well,
Two
that's
boys,
I was at
but
my son's,
you were with,
and they
mm-hmm.
try to make it around Mother's Day, and I honestly did forget. I apologize, but you do have two sons like I do,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, no,
it's
8 and
yeah.
10, of course. I don't expect you to remember. But what did you guys do?
Well, we did a lot of great eating because we love to eat. And then we had
Awesome.
one special day because we have friends that live in Palm Springs, and we invited them for a barbecue.
Ah,
So
that's
both
right.
my sons love to cook. I don't know if yours do, or if you think they will, but
The
it's
8-year-old
always
does. He's into cooking. It's
love
fascinating.
that. Oh my God, it's so beautiful, And then just R&R, really. Nothing really special, just laughing. We play games. Oh, they had cornhole. Have you played
I
cornhole? Because
love cornhole. Yes, I'm
I'm
good at it.
horrible at it. I had not played, but I finally got it. And they were doing that throughout the time that we were there. And it was just I have videos, I have too many pictures, but
Good.
just absolutely loved every moment of it. Just being with them.
Yeah,
Because I
I get
am
it.
expecting my grandchild for the first time this year.
Congratulations. Excited.
And so last vacation before the grandchild, but yeah, all of it was great.
God bless. And we're almost out of time. Do we still have
Oh,
time to
heck.
pull some cards?
Yeah, how much time do we have?
Well, we're out of time now, but it's okay. I can go over. Don't worry.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, it says 29 minutes, 30 minutes. Don't worry. Go, go, go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna
We
pull
just
three
talked a
cards,
lot. It
okay?
happens. Okay, it happens.
Okay, three cards. This is a beautiful deck called the Light Sears deck. This is going to be your recent, past, present, and future, okay?
Okay. Oh, good.
This is the onset of, like I said, a new season, which is going to be Gemini. And I know you're a Capricorn. And Gemini is about liveliness and it's more interactive. It's more, networking and thinking and having fun and, planning and all that good stuff for your future. But also, it's just a nice one leading into the summer, okay? Because that'll happen before we know it. So, first card, recent past. Oh my gosh, I love this so much.
What is it?
This is so great. This is a major arcana card, and it's called the World. And it's kind of self-explanatory, but in essence, and I'll make them rather short but sweet. The world means that you have absolutely decided you're changing one trajectory into another, the ending of one cycle into another, the ability to travel, and if not physically through your mind, it is definitely the saying you've got the world in your hands. Which direction do you want to go? And that is something that has led you from the last time we saw each other to this moment and moving forward. And we just talked about how many people are changing and how many transformations are coming up, life-changing ones, right?
Yeah.
Maybe another child. Just kidding. I don't
Oh, you
know.
never
Not for me.
know.
Present time. Ten of Wands. Ooh, okay. Well, the Ten of Wands represents a new cycle. You take away the zero, there's a one. Wands is fire, it's ambition. It's what I told you. I felt like you have fire in your chart, and I unfortunately could not even find my last. That's how terrible I am at technology because I wanted to be able to let you know exactly what your chart was. But what I want to tell you is this is the end of all the responsibilities that you've been carrying, Jill. It's like you have a lot on your plate, and this is the time that you're going to not necessarily stop it all, but you're going to start delegating more, and you're going to lift that off your shoulders because
And maybe get some help in my life.
delegating and help because burnout is a real thing. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. So not only have you made these choices coming into this reading in the present, you absolutely are going to alleviate and realize those days are gone. Less is more. Work smarter, not harder, right? Future.
Beautiful.
Three of Wands. Absolutely gorgeous. Your future, you're looking at the ships coming in. You have great ideas. It's also fire, though. It's ambition, and it's a lot of Aries influence, which is a fire sign this year and will continue on. And this is about your dreams, excuse me, and working in with other people. There's going to be growth. It's known as the growth card. Threes represent that in numerology. So it looks as though you are definitely heading in a new direction, one that you feel really confident about, that you've given a lot of thought to, because you're not somebody to just, you're not that impulsive. I mean, you
No.
might have to have that in your chart. I don't know. But I absolutely love that for you. What do you think?
I love it. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm inspired. Thank you so much, Marianne. I appreciate it. And
Absolutely.
if someone wants to contact you, how can we do so?
Well, definitely Pure Massage Therapies, and that's IES at the end because there is a Pure Massage Therapy in another city, not far, well, kind of far away, like 45 minutes. And definitely the number 856-7294, area code 510. And anything you want to know, questions, booking an appointment, booking a reading, I'll be there for you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Pleasure having you back again. Are you with us again next week?
I'm not, and I
Oh,
really appreciate you so much because I know that I have to do a lot of things alone, but I love you and for your, I like you
thank you.
taking over too.
Well, thank you so much. A pleasure having you here and great getting to know you, Marianne. And hopefully we'll connect again soon, okay? Best of luck with the
Hopefully.
grandchild. Boy or girl, do you know?
Boy,
Congrats. When? We're just gonna stay
September,
on. Oh,
September.
God bless you. Amazing,
Thank
Marianne.
you.
Have a great day, okay?
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.